From One of One Production Studio, located in Fort Lee, New Jersey, this is The Art of Music Tech. And now, here's your host, Fela and Denis.
Let's go, and welcome to the Art of Music Tech podcast. I'm your host, Fela, and over here, my co-host, business partner, Denis.
What up, guys?
All right, and we're here at the One of One Production Studio in Fort Lee, New Jersey, where we do recordings of music, podcasts, and animation, and everything in between. So yeah, check us out if you're ever in town. We're just outside of New York City, right beside the George Washington Bridge. So check us out, One of One Production Studios. So today we're going to be reviewing our newest piece of gear that we're adding to the arsenal here at One of One, and it's the new Lewitt LCT 140 Airs, which I'm showing today.
You probably see it. It's a matched pair too.
Actually, yeah, matched pair, so you can do all sorts of goodness with this. As we can get into some of the technical stuff with this microphone. It's nice and light too. It's well made, but it's light, and it has three options on the front of it, which is sound is the first option, and it has an actual mechanism like slide button that you can choose to have to add air, which is basically it adds a little uptick on the 20K, 10K, I believe, frequency. Or you can choose just flat.
And it's completely flat.
Completely flat. And that's what it gives you. Good stuff.
Which you don't get a lot of flat frequency response from other brands. Lewitt is most flattest sounding microphone.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their color, usually with their microphones. And yeah, that was what really turned me on to want to hear more of their stuff was, it didn't add a lot of color, but you really heard the rich tones on everything that was being played. I was just thinking back that the Lewitt Beat Kit Pro 7, which is that's their, well, they're not even selling that anymore now, but that was their complete drum kit setup, 7-piece microphone drum kit from Lewitt, and that was my first purchase of Lewitt, and after that I was hooked. I used that thing because at the time I was I was doing jazz gigs on the road, but then I would come home and I would be doing like metal shows or, hip hop shows or all these different shows. And I was using these microphones on all the different genres, and it just killed every time. I mean, just every
New York City clubs.
Yeah. Getting that kick and thump and everything. And even the toms. The tom mics were a big thing for me.
Came with 3, right?
Yeah, came with three tom mics. And it actually came with the predecessor of these, which is the LCT 340 pencil condensers.
And you could change the capsule.
And those capsules were interchangeable between cardioid and omni. So that was super dope. Those
but they were pricey.
Pencil condensers. Yes, pricey, but I mean, with all the options of that, because it also had choices as far as like high pass filter, which this has a high pass filter on it too, which I was going through what's on the front of the LCT 140 Air. The next thing was filter. On this one it's at 80 dB. 80 hertz.
I think the other one had
a
few more steps. I think it had like 100 something and 300.
Yeah. It was like 300, 120, and like 80 or something. It had a few more options. And then this also has a pad on it. So you could slide it between a 0 or a -12 pad.
Is it 12 or 20?
12 on here.
12.
Okay. I think on the old one though it was like -20 and
okay.
yeah. So yeah, a few of the settings are a little different, but sounds amazing. We were using these on our new Kawai upright piano that we have here, and these things are just killer sounding, nice and crispy. Exactly what you would want for even like a lo-fi stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, all you doing is taking away, but
yeah.
at least you would have all the information there. But jazz, anything. I mean, even overheads and for acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
These things are killer. Oh, I would love to hear them also. I can't wait to put them on like conga and that pop.
Yeah.
Even flat, it you know, that it has a crispiness to it. So the air, which is popular with, you know, different brands, you know, Focusrite definitely always, you know, has air components on there.
Well, usually on board preamps
interfaces.
and mixers, they have high pass filter, they have EQ, all of that. So technically, you would leave it as is, right? But if you, let's say, if you only have 2-channel interface, and all it has is preamp.
Yeah.
So 80 hertz high pass filter and a air bump, I think helps a lot.
Oh, totally. From what I was seeing, well, not even seeing, it was just hearing.
It kicks ass on the piano because it captures a natural tone and natural wood. Right?
Totally.
Characteristics of the instrument, which these microphones made for acoustic instruments mostly, but overheads and other instruments, you can record. You can use this mic as well. But for the most part, acoustic instruments, it has a nice, big, and thick sound and tone without adding any color, too. Which your preamp would add color anyway, so
exactly.
You don't need to put a lot of spices in one, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
In one pot.
Oh yeah, and this is a cardioid mic. I want to also mention that.
It definitely needs phantom power too. So
and condenser. But these things for travel.
They're very light.
Yeah, super. This is perfect.
You can actually use it on camera as a shotgun mic too.
True.
Never tried it, but
we've used other pencils in a pinch, so I'm sure that these will be awesome as well. Actually,
that's a quick fix if you don't have a good shotgun mic. This the price is what, $299
for the pair.
Yeah, and $159
for one
single.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Like we were saying, the older ones were a bit more expensive. It had a bit more options though. But I feel like the technology has gotten better with these, so you get a crispier sound in the first place. Even though I love the older ones, but I definitely hear, you know, they.
I didn't hear a downgrade. Definitely.
Yeah, there was no downgrade, but it was a nice crispy tone without it being overwhelming and biting. That pencils can kind of do, and you have to do a lot of EQing to like back that off because it can be uncomfortable
harsh
to most people's ears. So that's my other takeaway with using these. And if usually in live settings, that's what would usually get me with monitors dealing with a pencil condenser. It is that it would just be too biting on the high end, and then I'm having to do a lot more work
tweaking
to get it where I want it to go. And of course, this is Lewitt. I don't have to do that. It's like it's coming out naturally how I want to hear the source and what I'm hearing when I'm at the source. And then when I'm hearing it come out of the speaker or in my headphones, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is comparable.
Yeah, and I mean on the piano is really your high pass filter to your taste. Make sure you taste. I mean, not taste. Make sure it sounds reasonable, right? Because you one side is a low register and high register, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need a lot of low end on the right side of the piano.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So,
so-
yeah, you'll kind of hear that too if you're like sound checking and like trying.
And I mean, again, for the piano, you can leave 80 hertz high pass filter just on all time.
Yeah.
You don't need the sub frequencies going.
Yeah, definitely when you're in live situations,
Especially live, yeah.
you want to roll off anything that doesn't remotely need to be there.
Yeah, acoustic
and that's
guitar.
one of those things that you would just automatically just flip that on 80 and keep it there. In live situations.
And I mean, how many stereo? There are many stereo techniques like mid-side and XY. So these are perfect because they're matched pair. So they sound identical, both of them.
Yeah, and
That's
that
the whole point.
matters. The matched pair. They're
Matched
like,
pair
don't
matters.
try and get the single and single. They're made for each other. So so if you just get one and one, you may not be getting the full presence of what these things can do. So spring and get the matching pair.
And again,
I
it's
would
not that
suggest.
expensive.
Yeah,
Matched pair, good matched pairs start maybe $500 or $1,000.
exactly.
The real good ones.
Yes.
These are still great. $300. Let's go.
Yeah. I really like these. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of anything that I was kind of like, but yeah, I like how they made it. I like the attachment to, everything is nice and strong as usual, with Lewitt builds. Nice strong mic clips. And again, if you're touring with these, that we've all had the banged up mic clip. You had to put it on
Gaff tape it.
gaff tape it to another competing brand's
Oh yeah.
mic clip. Yeah, so that's the cool thing. I haven't had any, even with their Tom mics. There was never had a mic clip breakage with Lewitt microphones as well. Over, it's been a decade now that I've been working with Lewitt microphones.
Well,
so.
they have another version of pencil condensers called 040, right?
Oh yes,
Which is probably a half size of these, right? And they cost, was it 100 a pair or 100 each maybe?
Yeah.
I can't remember the price.
Forget. Yeah.
Off top. Yeah, but
I haven't tried those out. Yeah, since we haven't tried them
they're
out yet.
tiny.
I've
They're
seen 'em.
super tiny.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have a filter. Well, when we do, we'll come back again on that and and talk about that. But I mean, it's probably still the same wiring and stuff, but you have more options with these. So these are the premium pairs now
Yes, definitely.
of Lewitt, because they're not doing the 340s anymore.
Discontinued.
Those were discontinued. But yeah, there's no backing down from what they were doing. No, I must.
I think the one word will be improved, right?
Yeah.
Design, the build quality, the knobs, the sliding knobs are amazing.
Yeah, they're nice and heavy duty.
You cannot change the capsule, but do you have to change the capsule?
No,
just
cardioid.
yeah, very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, you want figure 8? Well, then you have to buy a different mic.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
not
you
the
get
right
the
mic.
441 Flex, I believe. You can get this the figure 8, but that's a large diaphragm.
Or tube we have.
And this is a small diaphragm condenser. So it works with acoustic instruments that you're close miking acoustically. of course, that's hand involved, either guitar,
Strings.
strings or hand percussion and toys and stuff. This is what you want to use. So yeah, I mean,
You get 12 dB pad, so if it's too loud at the source, you take it down and
yeah. If you're not working on a board that has a pad, you have it right here. So, kudos to Lewitt on the LCT 140s. We've been wanting to get with these. They've been out for a couple of years now, but still, it's a new product from them.
Fairly new. Yeah,
Fairly new.
They're updating the line, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been around so long. We remember their first renditions of a lot of their
from the gate.
Yeah, of a lot of their microphones. So I'm glad to see that they're continuing to make their technology better. And
Well, I mean, for us, it's right on time because we just got an upright.
Yeah,
and this is a perfect. Even though I've been using pencils on the right side and the 440 Pure on the left side for the bass.
But, yeah. But we've done it on both too.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying because, those are bigger frequencies. So, you want to capture that with the large diaphragm.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, smaller frequencies get, really picked up well by these mics because it's exactly what the frequencies that are popping off of it. So
a little bit thinner, but right on point. No extra color. You want to add the color. I mean, the preamps we use, we have air and all the bumps already built in, so we have options either go at the preamp stage or microphone stage.
Yeah.
Whatever we choose, or both. Maybe a little bit too much with both.
Hey, you get to that. I mean, that's the fun part about this. We get to try it. Hey, let's see. It may be too much. All right. But at least you know what it is. I mean, we're always trying new stuff. And why not?
I mean, again, if you use it as a shotgun mic, right? You automatically 80 hertz high pass filter.
Yeah.
Right? You're cutting
in
all
a
that.
field recorder. Yeah, you don't usually need that. So.
Or, I mean, two ODs and a 2-channel interface, right? You can do field recording. You can record a band. So many things you can do.
Yeah, front of house stereo recording, X, Y axis and all of that with these. So many different possibilities, and at an affordable price point, basically $300 for a matching pair of pencil condensers. That's Lewitt. They're doing it again.
That's Lewitt.
But you could actually purchase these microphones through us at oneofoneproductions.com. You can go through our the shop button that's on the first thing you see, shop gear, and we have those there. Check those out. And we'd love to, if you have any more questions too, you can reach out to us at info@oneofoneproductions.com if you have any questions on this or some audio stuff in general. Anything else about these microphones
We're going to continue, as we usually do, we're going to continue adding a video content with more samples, which, I mean, do. We record different types of instruments and highlight, the product and
the artists we're working with.
Yeah, artists, exactly.
Doing, so
we help ourselves, we help the brand, we help other people spread the wealth, spread the knowledge about
help the community to know, what's out there. And you don't have to break the bank all the time. Sometimes you do. But when we come across really cool stuff like this, I just want to share it and let you guys in on what's the latest in audio technology. I think that's pretty much wraps it up for us on the Lewitt LCT 140 Air pencil condenser.
Matched.
Matched pair.
That's really important.
Yeah. We've really been digging these. So thumbs up from us.
Double.
One of one approved, I guess we could say.
One approved.
In this new year. So thank you everyone for listening to the first episode of 2022. Hope you have a safe and healthy year, and you're working on your goals and dreams and the things that push you forward, like we are. We're constantly pushing forward and wanting to get out there, the best gear and reasonable prices, and to get the ultimate clients you may want, because you're listening to this. All right, so I want to say, follow us on Facebook,
Always.
YouTube, all the social media, LinkedIn page, One of One Productions. And you can contact us at oneofoneproductions.com. We have contact info and stuff there.
If you have any other products you would like us to review, or you have questions, suggestions.
Yes, and I also write for Mix Magazine. So, and I review gear for podcasts and studio stuff for them. And I have like a running list of the stuff that we've already done reviews for. And then with those reviews, we do a video and podcast for it as well, that goes with it with the Mix Magazine articles that we do. So check that out as well, mixonline.com. You can put in my name or One of One Productions and it'll pop up. So yeah, you could check us out that way. And then, personally on LinkedIn and, LinkedIn personally and Facebook, I'm on there a good bit. So, all right.
Yep.
And I think that's it. So from the One of One Productions studio in Fort Lee, New Jersey, from Dennis and myself, let's go.
Let's go.
For more information of booking 23DB Productions, visit their website at 23dbproductions.com. Like and follow 23DB Productions at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for the latest work.